Hello and welcome to a Word of Hope on July 7th in the 13th week of Ordinary Time. I'm Brother Edward coming to you from Madison, Wisconsin. In today's Gospel, we read the story of Matthew's vocation to be an apostle. Jesus is passing through the road where Matthew is sitting in his tax collecting booth. And Jesus stops and calls him to join him in his mission of evangelization. That's kind of an obvious story, and you say, so what? You might. But what I would like to reflect with you is about two dimensions of being invited. The first, when we're invited, whether to someone's house for a party or a meal, it's a statement of care, a statement, or if you will, it's a loving gesture. It's saying that person cares enough about me that they want me to be with them, to be close to them. And this is what Jesus is doing to Matthew. He's saying, you're the type of person I want to be with. Come with me. So he's expressing a desire for friendship with Matthew. The second thing is that Jesus is expressing, if you will, some confidence in Matthew. Jesus sees something in Matthew that Matthew cannot see in himself. I recall when I was in the 8th grade in Catholic school, all the kids, we were applying to go to Catholic high school, which was at that time the thing to do. And I was thinking of different schools, and there were choices. Some were college prep, very competitive, and others were a basic high school education. And I was kind of thinking of those second ones, those ordinary educations one to go to. And my 8th grade teacher, who was a Dominican sister, a really wonderful person, she said to me, which school are you going to apply to? And I told her, and she said, no. You should apply to this very competitive school. And I said, I don't know about that, if that's the one for me. And she says, of course you can. Don't you see the skills you have? How you're a good student. You can do it. And so I did apply to that school and got accepted and ultimately graduated from there. But it was her belief in me that motivated me to do something that I was timid about. And this is what happens with Jesus when he calls us to discipleship. First of all, the foundation of that invitation is his desire to be our friend, to love us, and to help us to grow in love. But the second part of it is he believes in us. He believes that we can take on the mission of salvation and spread it throughout the world. It might be a small thing or a big thing that makes that contribution. Sometimes we hear from the pulpit or in the bulletin or from a video saying everybody should be an apostle, everybody should be an evangelist. But you think, I wouldn't even know what to say, or I wouldn't know how to approach people. Unless you try it, you won't find it that you can do it. So today, when we read the story of the call of Matthew to be a disciple, someone who in society's view is kind of a lowlife, tax collectors are not beloved in ancient Israel, but he gets up from his tax collecting desk and he follows Christ and makes a great contribution to the life of the church.